Hello, George Tilson here. I'd like to share some thoughts about how we support people with disabilities during this worldwide event that we find ourselves living through right now. We've heard words like unprecedented, uncertain, unsettling, and even extraordinary. Every day, I think it's safe to say that we experience this range of emotions that fit these descriptors. But imagine what it's like for people with disabilities and their families right now who are going through the same range of emotions that we are, only amplified so much more because of the added layers of unique challenges that they face. And for some, their very lives are at stake. While this message is about employment, our biggest concern right now should be people's overall well-being and safety, their physical, mental, and emotional well-being. As we shelter in place or hunker down, and some people call it self-quarantine, there's a theme of isolation and disconnect. For those of us who are fortunate to have the people and resources in our lives, it's doable. But there are a lot of people out there whose safety and well-being depends on others. Several friends of mine, for example, are in need of personal assistance, and they're worried that the very people helping them are at risk, and they don't want to think about the implications if that help isn't available to them. I spoke with a friend yesterday who just moved into an assisted living facility, and it was right before the pandemic hit, before he could move his adapted computer equipment and his assistive devices. And so now the place he lives is under lockdown, and he's without his connection to his circle of support. Folks, we have to make sure that the people who are most vulnerable get the supports that they need. So if you know someone with a disability who is alone and worried, please reach out to your own network and together figure out what to do. Let people who are more confined than ever know that they're not alone. We can use our social and our professional capital to mobilize the help that's needed. And in doing this, we actually expand the social network of the people who need our help. Two words seem really appropriate now: extraordinary and opportunity. Recently, I've been reaching out to people who provide employment supports to people with disabilities, and I've been bowled over. Not by the bad news I was expecting to hear, but by the gutsy determination of employment professionals, especially job coaches, business people, and most of all, employees with disabilities. While it's true that many people with disabilities have lost their jobs during this time, just like millions of others, there are people with disabilities who are still employed and need continued support services. And some have even found some new opportunities for work. There are employers out there who have hired many people with disabilities back for jobs that the community is now realizing are essential. From food prep to grocery services, pharmacies, delivery, maintenance, cleaning, to medical supply and manufacturing, and so many other high-need occupational areas. I want to share a great story. One employee told me that a group home counselor where he lives did not want him to go to work. And this young man's flat-out response was, "I have to go to work. My boss needs me." That's a hero. And it doesn't surprise me. I don't think it surprises any of us, because we've always supported people with disabilities who have this desire to be part of the workforce. Now that we're in this new world, we have the perfect opportunity to reinforce this message. I've spoken with benefits experts who are helping people with disabilities who were laid off navigate unemployment compensation and communicate with their Social Security offices. Where public transportation is limited or lacking, there are emerging stories of creative partnerships, to ensure that people can get safely to and from their jobs. These are all heroes who have seized the opportunities, or in some cases have created new opportunities that didn't exist before. This is certainly what we've been striving for in our school transition programs for so many years, to prepare young people with disabilities to seize and create opportunities. And it's absolutely in keeping with our mission to provide person-centered, supported, and customized employment services. It occurs to me, that we have been preparing for this for a lot of years, and now we can step up and guide others. We know how to match unique talents to business needs. Let's embrace the new challenges and opportunities and lead the response. I'd like to propose that we all see ourselves as opportunity brokers. We connect people to new possibilities, new ideas, and new outcomes. I'm really eager to hear your thoughts on this. Please leave your comments below. Thank you, and take good care of yourself and those closest to you and your community.